Hi, welcome to ITIL Foundation version 5, lesson number 1. I hope you are well aware about the new version of ITIL released by PeopleCert in 2026. So let's begin and understand what's in ITIL Foundation version 5. So what is ITIL? So by the definition, this is a certification which is provided by the PeopleCert, and earlier it was provided by the Axilos, and then this latest version provided by PeopleCert. Now the question remains same. What is ITIL? So ITIL stand for Information Technology Infrastructure Library. So now when we look into the ITIL, this is most widely accepted and provided by the various service oriented organization, like anyone who are providing these services. Example: Accenture, Cognizant, IBM, HP, DXC, even Microsoft. So what they are providing, the IT services along with the digital product. So now whenever you look into the ITIL, is a most widely adopted framework which is focused majorly on technology, and it help organization to create more valuable services. And now in this version we focus on product and services. So if I look at this framework for managing the technology based services, creating the value for the stakeholder. Now you will be thinking, who are my stakeholders? The stakeholder are those who are using your services or who are providing your services, those who are directly or indirectly connected in providing or using your services. It could be like your service user or a product user, like you are using the internet services, telecom services. Those are the IT services. So you are the user as a stakeholder, and then service provider is the offering the services to you as a stakeholder. So that means it is a stakeholder who is basically creating the technology based services. So has evolved beyond IT service management. Now they focus on digital product and service management. Now the service management is focused on various services, especially into IT service management. So services are variety of services which we are using in day-to-day life, into day-to-day environment. Now let's understand what is the goal and objective of ITIL version 5. So if you look at the goal, the goal of ITIL Foundation version 5 is to give the learner a strong foundation in digital product and service management. So this help you to understand this digital product, how you are using and providing, and creating a very strong foundation on service management. It help the professional to understand how you can create, deliver, support, and improving your services and product. Even though today we are using the AI enabled business and providing the various AI enabled services with the help of AI and chatbots, AI bots, AI agent, you must be using the Microsoft Copilot. And this is the one of the basic certification which helps learner to understand how we can understand the service and product management. Overall, the objective is to understand the digital product and service management and creating the value, which is co-creation. How we can create more and more effective and efficient value and understand the value system. And this is the main objective of this certification. Yes, of course, there are more, but let's stick to right now on this. We will focus much more on upcoming lessons. Now, the course objective, what you are going to learn into the ITIL version 5. So, logically, it's a 2 days training which emphasize on the agenda, which is logically over here. So, the key concept of digital product and service management. Also, you will be thinking and learning about service relationship. Then it carry forward the ITIL version 4, the 4 dimension, but again it emphasize on the product and service management. Also, again the point is focusing on the value system, how we are going to create a value, overall a system that create the value to your client, customer and the end users. So the guiding principles, which again important principles, there are 7 guiding principles that help the organization to adapt service and service management. Focus on those area how we can leverage the AI and focus on the value, utilize the current infrastructure, service, process, and many more. Thinking holistically. Now, product and service management life cycle model, which is something new and very important, and also focus on value chain activities. And this is derived from the lean management. Whereas the practices, logically it have a lot of practices, and also the how the value will be creating through the various value stream mapping. It is important the concept how we can generate the best and best value streams, creating the more and more values for the client, customer, user and end users. And that is where we can generate more benefits. Now also in this certification we will touch up also and focus little bit on the AI effect, how AI is leveraging and focusing on governance, and how ITIL interact with other framework like your Prince2, project management, DevOps. So these are the learning area that will be there in the ITIL version 5. Now what is the product and services? Now if you look at the definition, a configuration of organization's resource designed to offer a value for a customer. So what is this? The product. Now you must be holding a phone, laptop. What is this? Is a product. So configuration of organization resource, like laptop have a lot of other component like processor, RAM, CPU, screen, keyboard. So configuration of all the component all together to create a product. Now the service is a means of enabling value co-creation by facilitating outcomes the customer want to achieve. So we are required to create a value which customer is looking and create what and how we can create. So what customer is looking, user is looking, so we can do the co-creation, understanding the more and more knowledge. and focus on those to achieve without customer having managing a specific cost and the risk. So customer always focus on the what cost they are going to incur on those services, and how you are minimizing the risk of degrading or any quality of service degraded. So they would like to make sure that no one and no other risk are there in my services. So these are the very simple definition where we focus on how we can leverage these services. Now the digital product and digital service. Now that's also new concept. Digital product like internet services. Digital product is an organization resource based on the digital technology offer value to the consumers, whereas a digital services fully largely depends on the all the IT products. So digital product is your servers and network devices, and digital service is overall internet services which is you are using. Now how it is going to be helping you to the done and better relationship. So they are depend on each other, they use each other. So relation is the important to understand how the digital product and services are interlinked, which is going to create a better and better services. Now, what are the definition of output and outcome? Output is something which we do this an activity, a task. So that create it could be, or you are creating a some process document, and then you're following this, and how the process document is more and more serving to the your requirement like incident management, change management, service request management. Whereas the outcome is a result like any team member is resolving the ticket, so that is an output. But how much ticket here they are solving in a month is the outcome, so average out. So result, whether the your SLAs are meet or the customer satisfaction is high, that is your outcome. So result of a stakeholder enabled by one or more outputs. So your outcomes is always generated on outputs, where service provider produce outputs that help and their consumers to achieve certain outcome. So definitely we as a service provider focusing on those output where consumer focus on the certain outcome. Now the most important questions. Everyone is focusing about the value. What is the value? How we will understand why it is so important nowadays. So value is a perceived benefit, usefulness and importance of something. So why it is important to focus over here? So value is the end goal. So customer is paying some price and then focusing on the value. So sometimes the value can be any urgency like benefits, usefulness that is important for my project. So we need to go, onboard a particular product which is required immediate purchasing of the license. So these are the value creation, whereas the service value is the perceived benefits, usefulness and importance of service. So service provider produce the all the overall product and services. Different type of service offerings. Service offering focus on the various type of services which we are providing to your client, customer and user. So that could be a goods, access to resources and service action. So technological resources create the digital product, enable the service offering, and that describe the digital services like different type of services which you are using, like telecom plan which you are using, or maybe network services plan, like different type of service offerings, transfer of goods like transfer from service provider to the service consumer, service action which is where the service provider is going to create as per the client or the consumer need, access to resources like you are using the cloud services and you are having the access to the temporary purpose. So these are the important three type of services which we are using in our service management. So that's all for this lecture. We will discuss further new series and we are creating on that. Thank you very much. Hope you like it.